Ya ayyuhal mu'minun, O believers, welcome to you in this holy day of Jummah, the first Jummah of the holy month of Shaban, the month of the beloved of Allah, Sayyidina Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam. Welcome to you as we have passed through the month of Allah, Shahru Rajab, and we are hoping for the month of the Ummah, Shahru Ramazan. Welcome to those who are preparing for the night of Barat, which is quickly approaching, which the Holy Prophet ﷺ is describing in his Hadith Sharif, that is narrated from Hazrat Ali Karamallah Wajha saying, when it is the night of the middle of Shaban, spend its night in prayer and observe fast on that day, because Allah descends at sunset on that night to the lowest heaven and says, is there no one who will ask me for provision that I may provide for him? Is there no one who is afflicted by trouble that I may relieve him? And so on until dawn comes. O believers, that night which is coming, that Laylatul Barat, is the night of accounting. As our Shaykh Sahib al-Saif, Shaykh Abdul Karim al-Kibrisi Rabbani Qadasla Sir, is saying, in Shaban, we have the night of Barat. In that night, the nation's destiny is rewritten again. The way that we have moved from last Barat to this Barat, everything will come for calculation to see if we ran toward our Lord or we ran towards this dunya. If you are running for this dunya, then more difficulty of this dunya is waiting for you. If you're running to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then more easy things are going to be waiting for you. We still have some days, inshallah rahman. Intelligent believers, they should sit, they should ask. You know and I know what kind of trouble everyone is in. And you know and I know that no one is lifting, no one is taking the trouble away from you except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Turn back to Allah sincerely, the way that the Holy Prophet ﷺ has left it to us, not the way your ego wants it, not the way that the unbelievers are preparing some kind of lifestyle for the Muslims. Turn back to your own realities, turn back to your own traditions. Keep your Islamic traditions. Turn back to the Sunnah of the Rasulullah ﷺ. There is no other safety except that. And the friends of Allah speak the truth. O believers, in these days, we should sit. We should make tafakkur. We have to reflect. If we reflect, that time we may go further than if we worship non-stop. Because with tafakkur, we realize that we have passed through. Realizing what we have passed through, we think about what we are doing and we plan for what is coming ahead for the sake of Allah. And for those from amongst us who are making tafakkur in these days, they must know the days that we are passing through. We have just passed through the urs of our Grand Shaykh, Shaykh Maulana Muhammad Nazim al-Haqqani, Sultan al-Awliya. And in a few days, we are going to reach to the urs of our Shaykh, Sahib al-Saif, Shaykh Abdul Karim al-Kibrisi Rabbani. There are some who are saying there is no such thing as urs. We leave them to the side. Because the word urs, it is being used in the hadith of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, and it is the word that the angels are using to describe the friends of Allah when they pass away. The Holy Prophet ﷺ is telling us in his hadith sharif that is in the Jami' at-Tirmizi that the angels come to the friends of Allah in the grave and say, sleep with restfulness and comfort, just like an urus, just like a bride. What must a murid be doing in these days of urs? So many today are making the urs into a festival. They are dancing, they are singing, they are making a show. Yes, the urs is like a wedding, but it is not our wedding. It is the wedding of that one who has passed to the beloved. How should those who have not yet passed remember the urs of the beloved one? Don't think so much. Look to see what the companions of the Prophet ﷺ did. Look at those stars that decorate the sky of guidance, the Sahabe Kiram. Let us look and understand how they were acting, how they were treating the passing of the Holy Prophet ﷺ from this worldly life. If we look at that, we will see so many lessons for us. And for the murids of Sahib al-Saif, we will see so many parallels between the Holy Prophet ﷺ, Sahabi, what they went through after his passing and what we are going through. And that time, through tafakkur, we will take lesson and will become better, inshallah. Understand that when the Holy Prophet ﷺ was coming close to passing from this world, the worldly reason for this was sickness. And that sickness was coming from when he had been poisoned by a Jewish woman in Medina. The Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying in his Hadith Sharif, I can still feel the effect of what I ate in Khaybar. Therefore, the time for my death has come. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He offered the Holy Prophet ﷺ a choice between staying in this dunya forever or returning to his Lord. One day, the Holy Prophet ﷺ was praying for the inhabitants of Jannat al-Baqi. There is another hadith. There should be a slap to the face of those ones who say that we are grave worshippers. They are accusing their Prophet of the same. He was praying for the inhabitants of Jannat al-Baqi, and he said to the Sahabi who was with him, Hazrati Abu Muhayba, Ya Abu Muwayhiba, I was given a choice to have control over this world and live in it eternally, followed by paradise, or to meet my Lord and be granted paradise after that. Abu Muwayhiba said, I would sacrifice my father and mother for your sake. Choose the control over this world and to live in it eternally, followed by paradise. He ﷺ replied, No, Abu Muwayhiba. I swear by Allah that I have chosen to meet my Lord now and be granted paradise after. And after this, he ﷺ prayed for the forgiveness of the people of the Baqi graveyard and left. The next day, his death sickness began. And yes, Holy Prophet ﷺ, he was the beloved of Allah. But he suffered a lot during this sickness. Hazrat Anas ibn Malik, who was the khadim of Rasulullah ﷺ, is narrating a hadith sharif saying, when the Prophet ﷺ became gravely ill, he began to lose consciousness. So his daughter Fatima to Zahra, radiallahu an, exclaimed, what extreme pain my father is suffering. The Prophet ﷺ heard this and said, your father will never suffer again after today. Hazrat Anas is telling us about the last day of Holy Prophet ﷺ worldly life, saying, Abu Bakr radiallahu anh was leading the prayers during the death sickness of the Prophet ﷺ. On a Monday began this sickness. While the people were praying, the Prophet pulled back his curtain and stood looking at us. His face was intensely illuminating. And then he smiled. There was nothing more beautiful than his face when he looked at us on that day. We almost left prayer out of the joy of seeing him. Abu Bakr Siddiq began to retreat to the row behind him, thinking that the Prophet ﷺ would come out of his house and pray. But the Prophet ﷺ, for us, he signaled for us to continue the prayer. Then he closed his curtain again. He passed later that day. Those who were here, in the same masjid on our Sheikh's last day in this place before he left for Cyprus, they know this feeling. And this hadith will make them remember that day and his beautiful smile and beautiful face on that day. Before the Holy Prophet ﷺ passed from this world, Hazrat Aisha is telling us that before he passed, he was pointing his finger upward and saying, let me join the highest companions. when Rasulullah ﷺ left from this worldly life. When the news of his passing came, the believers, they were devastated. Hazrat Aisha is saying, when the Prophet ﷺ died, Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu an, he was not there. Hazrat Umar stood up and addressed the people saying, I swear by Allah that the Prophet ﷺ has not died, and that Allah will send him back to cut off the hands and legs of those who claim that he has died. Then Abu Bakr Siddiq arrived to where the Prophet ﷺ was lying and covered his face, kissed him and said, I would sacrifice my father and my mother for your sake. You are just as fragrant after your passing as you were during your life. I swear by the one in whose hand my soul is, Allah will never let you die twice. Then he went out to face the people and said, Ya Umar, calm down. When Hazrat Umar heard Hazrat Abu Bakr talking, he kept silent and sat down. So Abu Bakr Siddiq praised and he thanked Allah and then said, for whoever was worshipping Muhammad, then Muhammad ﷺ is dead. But whoever was worshipping Allah, then he is alive and he will never die. Then he recited the ayat, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Muhammad is not but a messenger. Other messengers have passed on before him. So if he were to die or be killed, would you turn back on your heels? And he who turns back on his heels will never harm Allah at all, but Allah will reward the grateful. Sadaqallahu al-Azim. And the Sahaba Kiram, when they remembered their Habib's passing from this world, they were not remembering it happily. They had so much ashq that their souls were jumping out from their bodies. Hazrat Bilal radiallahu anh, after the Holy Prophet ﷺ's passing, he could not stay in Medina out of sadness. So he moved to Damascus. One night in Damascus, he had a dream that the Rasulullah ﷺ came to him and said, Ya Bilal, you don't visit us anymore? And Hazrat Bilal ran back to Medina. He ran. And when he entered Masjid al-Nabawi, Hazrat Hassan and Hazrat Hussein were there. And they said, Ya Bilal, please call the azan. And he knew his heart could not take it, but because they were the beloved grandsons of Rasulullah, they insisting, he called. And during the time of Rasulullah ﷺ, when he was not veiled from this world, Hazrat Bilal, he used to point at the Prophet when he said, Ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah. And when he reached this part of the azan, and his beloved was not there, his soul could not handle that pain, and he lost his consciousness. And all the people of Medina, when they heard that Hazrat Bilal was calling the azan, they all came out of their houses. They were rushing out, and they were thinking that the Prophet had come back. That is the remembrance of the beloveds of Allah who passed from this worldly life. And when we are remembering our Shaykh, and when we remember him, we know that he is in the highest stations. We know that he has been taken behind the mountain of Kaf and is waiting with the holy ones for their return to this world, to fix this world, to remove the tyrants from this world, to remove tyranny from this world, to remove kufr from this world, to remove those ones who are tyrants in their hearts from this world, to bring back justice to this ummah. May Allah bless them. and forgive us. Astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah lazim alazi la ilaha illa huwa al-hayyul qayyum wa atubu ilayh. لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد على كل شيء قدير. لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد على كل شيء قدير. لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد على كل شيء قدير. لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك كنت من الظالمين. لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك كنت من الظالمين. لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك كنت من الظالمين. سبحان قدوس ربنا رب الملائكة والروح. سبحان قدوس ربنا رب الملائكة والروح. سبحان قدوس ربنا رب الملائكة والروح. إن الدين عند الله الإسلام. قام الصلاة. الله
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله